writes about how important it is to avoid fear. He quotes a pasuk in Tanakh that tells us that it is asur to have fear because it is the mukesh. The fear itself is the trap which causes you to have negative things happen to you. As the Rabbi Nachal writes, fear is like a magnet. Just like a magnet brings metal to itself, so to fear. If you have fear, it brings to you negative things. And you manifest whatever you think is going to be. And if you think negative, you think bad, and you think fear, then it's going to bring negative things. The Baal Shem Tov famously said, you are where your thoughts are. And if your thoughts are negative and bad things, so then that's where you're going to end up being. That's what you're going to bring to yourself. So therefore, a person who's going to be fearful, his fears will materialize. And that's why a person has to always rely on HaKadosh Baruch Hu and have faith, and have trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created you. He knows what your destiny is. He knows what's good for you. He knows, and we know that He always does everything called David Rahmanan Atav. Everything Hashem does is for good. So why is there a reason in the world to ever be fearful? If you don't deserve for something to happen to you, it's not going to happen to you. If you deserve it, so you deserve it. And that's what's supposed to happen to you, no matter what you're supposed to do. As we said before, you're supposed to be stolen from. You put 10 locks, they'll break in. You put no locks, you not deserve to be stolen from. You won't be stolen from. The person has to be relying on his bitachon and HaKadosh Baruch Hu and not be worried about what's outside in the world. Obviously, you don't put yourselves in a situation of danger. Maybe you won't pass that prosecution of the Satan in that moment, but not to be fearful every moment from every single possible thing. The anxiety, maybe this, maybe that will happen, maybe this. You according to this, you shouldn't be able to go buy milk in the store. Maybe I'll get hit by a car. Maybe I can't cross the street. Maybe I'll lose my money. Maybe there won't be milk. Maybe this. Maybe that. You could think 1,000,000,001 thoughts, and what? And it's all because you don't have bitachon. So therefore, he says that a person has to make sure to overcome his fears and realize that we're all in Hashem's hands. The Ramban writes also that in the explanation of the Parashat Bo over there in the Tzipor Yetziat Mitzrayim, that we have to realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not make the miracles to make it to show His existence and His power. He did in Yetziat Mitzrayim to remember that the whole world, even the laws of nature, also are under His rule, and also He is in charge of. He one time showed, look, I can break the rules to show you I made the rules. That's why a person, his test is that he has to make sure to constantly remind himself that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always behind the scenes of everything in our life, and not only to see, wow, look at this crazy miracle, look at this crazy story they put on WhatsApp, this miracle happened to this person, and look, Hashem exists in that moment. No, Hashem exists in that moment to show you I've been existing all this time also, and everything that I made happen naturally was also me. There's a famous story of Sal Salanter that the guy, he always stayed at this guy's house, the hotel, and when he was traveling in these cities, he was always to visit that hotel and stay by this religious guy. And he sees that the one year, this religious guy, who usually is sitting learning in a kippah tzitzit, he saw he wasn't wearing kippah, wasn't learning nothing. He looked like a not religious Jew. And he said, what happened to you? Every year I visit you. You're a good guy, and you're a religious guy, and that's why I visited you. What happened to you now? You're not religious. He said, listen, the guy stole my emunah. He said, how do you steal your emunah? He said, there was a guy who was a hiker or whatever, a traveler. He said, oh, you're Jewish. He saw me with my sefer. He saw me with my kippah. I said to him, yeah, I'm Jewish. He says, oh, you also fell. You also fell for this nonsense. He says, what are you talking about? It's real. He says, no, I'll prove to you there is no God. He says, oh yeah, I want to hear. I was interested. What do you have to say? So he goes, he takes out his bag, this choshke kalbasa, this pig sausage, and he says, listen, if there is a God, I'll eat this, and I should drop dead. That's God should strike me down. Yeah, it's a good proof. No, let's see if there is a God. Where is your God? And he started saying all these nasty things. And I said to myself, for sure, God is going to strike him down. So he said, "L'shem Yehud," and to Kuchab Yehud to go and prove there is no God. And he goes and he eats it, and he says, "Ha ha ha! You see, nothing happened to me. You're wasting your time." And since then, how Hashem didn't strike him down, I don't know why He didn't strike him down. But what? You killed my emunah. From then I went lower and lower and lower till this day. You see how I am today. Rabbi, revive me, Rabbi. Save me, Rabbi. Give me musar. So then the rabbi said, I'll give you the right time. Just give me let me collect my thoughts. I find the right words to say to you. Ended up being the daughter of this hotel owner came, and she finished school. She had a report card, and she was all excited how she got good grades. She got her best grade, A+ in music. She plays piano. In the lobby there was a piano. So he said to the rabbi, said to her, maybe you could play for us on piano. Show us why you have an A+. Show us what you got. She said, it's enough that I got an A+, I don't have to prove myself to every single person. So then the son turned to the hotel and he said, you see, HaKadosh Baruch Hu also. HaKadosh Baruch Hu proved to us his A+ in how he runs the world in Yetziat Mitzrayim, how he broke the rules and he showed I am in charge and I am the one who was above all this, I am making all of this. And from a person there reminding himself of Hashem's report card, will remember that everything that happens in the world also is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But what? But a person has to constantly remind himself, and you do not have daily reminders about bitachon and emunah, you will fall to think like how the goyim think. You will fall to your anxieties. You will fall to the fear. And that's why constantly, every single day, we have to bolster ourselves in emunah and tell ourselves that HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world, and tell your children, tell your family. Because if you don't, negative will come. But if you do, all the brachot will